do it?
I fully extend the arm.
So fully extend this arm.
Fully extend.
Out that way. This way. What's up? I'm Ashley Dobbs.
And I'm Nate Greglick.
Welcome to Mohawk Table Talk.
Thanks for watching today. Information is key to purchasing and owning a vehicle. Our weekly Mohawk Table Talk provides you with maintenance reminders, Honda news, fun car gadgets, and answers to common questions you may have about purchasing or owning a vehicle. Let's get into today's episode. So we've been talking about maintenance reminders and symbols that could pop up in your Honda. Now we went through A, B, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to finish off with 5, 6, 7, and the wheel alignment. I'll start it with symbol 5, and that's replacing the engine coolant. And like we talked about before, you can actually have symbol A with symbol 5 or vice versa with B as well. So there is that one, and then one that I often see actually in the bay is the rear differential fluid, and that's going to be symbol 6.
Okay, so the next symbol is symbol 7, which is replacing the brake fluid for 2016 and newer, and for 2015 models and older, you only need to do that every 3 years. That is what's recommended.
Nice.
Yeah, so then all the way at the bottom we have the 4-wheel alignment, which is something that we check every single time that you come into the service drive. So we have this awesome high-tech machine. Getting your vehicle out of alignment is super easy. All you have to do is hit a pothole, go around a corner. So that definitely is something that we do every time you come in.
Hi, Lindsay. Is that if your car is out of alignment, it causes tires to unevenly wear, and that will cause you to need tires faster.
Yes, absolutely, and that's a cost that we want to try to avoid.
Absolutely. I thought about the business person, the salesperson who's always on the go, and I found 12 ways to turn your car into a high-powered mobile office. I don't know about you, but I have definitely been like, man, I wish I could put my computer up or something. And you're waiting, you're in the car, you're I could be getting work done right now. How do I do that? So I found one way, and it is a mobile desk.
I feel like we should have some sort of obnoxious music playing, like da, da, da.
Found it. So the best mobile car desk workstations. These things are pretty awesome. They go in the passenger's side, and you can put your computer on it. I've seen some with organizers for pens and pencils, a filing cabinet. This is the one that I saw that on Amazon. It's called the Auto Exec AE File Efficiency File Master.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy.
I saw that I really liked was never lose cell service or Wi-Fi. So it looks like some manufacturers will let you use your car's antenna to boost your phone's signal.
I want that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. WeBoost.
WeBoost.
Get yourself a WeBoost.
Get yourself a WeBoost. Boost that Wi-Fi. I like how this one says, cut back on food costs with a mini fridge. They actually have a mini fridge that plugs into a 12 volt for all of your food saving purposes. You can keep grapes in there, water, vitamin water, it looks like.
Next up is installing a safe in your car. So if you have a lot of things, a lot of equipment in your vehicle, that could be very tempting to thieves. So besides the obvious of tinted windows or alarms, now you can install a safe to keep your personables locked away. So you can actually get a safe that mounts anywhere from your center console to under your seat to in your trunk. Some even have a USB pass-through so you can charge your laptop while you're out of your vehicle. So that's pretty cool. I like that idea.
Now it's time for What Is
In the Car Biz.
And today we have Travis Landry.
Come on down, Travis.
So last week we talked with Brandon Corey about the benefits of leasing, and this week we have Travis Landy who's going to help us talk about buying and why we should buy and how much should we put down for a car?
Good questions, man. And actually, I'm a proponent of both. We leased my wife's car, and I bought my car. So there are really benefits to both. It really depends on driving habits and what your intention is with the car. There's a lot of flexibility with a lease. Think of a buy as more of a long-term commitment to own a vehicle. Honda's being one of the highest resale value vehicles and one of the lowest costs of ownership vehicles across the board. Every Honda, minimizing maintenance and insurance and gas, all that sort of stuff. It works out to a very reasonable budget for people. I know you had asked something about how much money should I put down. On a lease, I wouldn't necessarily recommend putting a tremendous amount of money down because there's more liability that you're letting the manufacturer assume in the depreciation of the car, because the person that puts $10,000 down on a lease is paying the exact same amount as a person that pays taxes and fees up front and has a slightly higher monthly payment for the course of the 3 years. Not so on a buy. Now, at least half of the customers that are in front of us tend to take advantage of the opportunity to buy or lease with absolutely no money down. It's not a necessity to put money down, but on a buy, in other words, a simple interest loan, you'll defeat the interest by putting more money down and having a lower monthly payment. The more amount of money you're going to put down is going to minimize the overall amount of money out of your pocket, but as a simple interest loan, there's also zero penalty for prepayment. So if you're in a position to throw extra money at your principal, pay off your loan sooner, defeat the interest, and put money back into your own pocket. Not so much on a lease, but on a buy, again, hit the lottery tomorrow, pay your car off in full, and pay zero interest. Banks won't be happy, but you won't. 4 years in the industry, I've never had somebody come in and say, great news, hit the lottery, no longer have a car payment. But it does happen. So keep an open mind because there's flexibility at both ends. Leasees can, in fact, buy out their vehicle at the end of their lease, which translates to a lower monthly payment for a longer period of time. Whatever we can do to help you find the right car and make it affordable. That's what we're here to do.
Awesome.
So you talked about them paying off principal. What is principal?
So your principal balance is what you actually owe on the car. In New York State, you will receive a title in the mail that has your name on it. The vehicle is titled to you, but the bank will hold a lien on that title until such a time that you pay that off. The principal balance is what you begin with. Here's the balance owed on the car. If you pay in cash, pay in full, you own it outright. Over the course of time, you're going to pay interest for the money that the bank puts forth to pay the car off in full up front. So your principal balance at any given time will reduce as you're making that monthly payment, and the car will continue to depreciate, but in Honda's world, at a lot slower of a pace than most other cars.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Thanks,
Travis.
Travis.
We appreciate
Very
it.
exciting stuff, guys. Keep it up. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Trav.
It's time for our weekly sponsor shout out. Our weekly sponsors are our Mohawk Honda family members who have come in for service or purchased a vehicle and wanted to leave their experience. And let's get started.
So our first review comes from Mr. Bob. His title,
Thank you, Bob.
he titles his review, My Experiences at Mohawk Honda. So it starts as, Salesman AJ has a great personality and knows his cars. He takes pride in his job. I give him an A+. Jacob, also in my review, is an A+ employee. He was very thorough in his instructions on all the bells and whistles the Accord has, and I am a devoted Mohawk Honda customer. It is proven that I'd rather purchase and use your service rather than going to the Honda dealer that is less than 2 miles from my home. Thank you, Mohawk Honda.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
This one is titled Top Notch Customer Service by EMCN4. Well, thank you. Everyone at Mohawk was so helpful. Our salesman, AJ, really listened to our needs. Overall, we had a great experience. We'll definitely be back.
All right, awesome week for AJ.
Awesome week for AJ.
A+.
Hello again. Travis here with Mohawk Table Talk. Very excited to be here and very excited about the potential Passport. The Passport, allegedly, will fall in between the CR-V and the Pilot. It'll be a two-row vehicle. The previous Honda Pilot was, of course, a V6, so the expectation would be that that's going to be consistent. It's going to be the larger engine, it's going to be efficient, and it's going to be a really happy medium use of space, slightly larger than CR-V, slightly smaller than the Pilot. So we're pretty excited about this. Real sketchy information out there right now. Honda's very hush-hush. They don't want the details yet released, but usually when there's this much conversation in Honda's world, it's pretty accurate.
Something's going on.
I think there's something going on. I think there's a potential that we're going to see a new crossover utility vehicle that we are very excited about.
I think Honda Pro actually threw something out there on his
Yeah,
YouTube.
Yeah, I saw a not a video, I think it's a picture of, it was all covered up, so it was incognito, possible Passport out there in the world for road testing. So usually if we're in that stage, I think it's fair to assume we're going to have some more concrete information to come. So we'll definitely be keeping our eye on that. Very exciting development in Honda's lineup.
Sweet. Reviving the Passport. Let's do it.
Okay, so more Honda news. For the second consecutive year, the Honda Ridgeline has been named to the Car and Driver magazine list of the 10 best trucks and SUVs as their choice in the mid-size pickup category. Definitely doesn't surprise me, but congratulations to Honda for that. The Ridgeline is certainly one of a kind and sets itself apart from all the other trucks in its class. One of the things being the tailgate that opens sideways, not just down, and the in-bed cooler / storage unit, which is pretty awesome, and really happy to hear that. Yeah.
Thanks for checking us out. Please comment below, like, subscribe, and like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Add us on Snapchat. Links are below in the description. As for me, Nate, and Ashley, this is Mohawk Table Talk number 4. We will see you next week with number 5.
Send it.
Got it.
On to symbol 7, which is replacing brake fluid for 2016 and newer.
And newer model.
All right, so.
And let's get started.
All right, so I'm going to start with. It's hot. Okay. All right. Never lose cell service. Oh, is this supposed to say or Wi-Fi? Cell service or Wi-Fi?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.